So everyone, some of you may be noticing something different. Where are the microphones? Well, one's right here, and the other one is up here.
Okay, here on it.
Other one is right here. So, we are trying out a new system to, I guess, reduce the clutter on screen, but yet still provide a good, clear, good, clear audio. I guess we're trying new things to try and make this easier on us, and also potentially just a better presentation overall. Because the mic arms, I know, are like what's the word? Iconic, I guess, that if you want to use that word to describe our microphone setup, which we still have them back here on the back row because we don't have enough shotgun mics, which is exactly what we're using right here. And I'm hoping that this is enough for now. I mean, the audio from everything that I've heard so far has sounded really good, and I'm hoping that it's the same here. And Nick, it's going to take a little bit of time for Nick to get used to these, I feel. You alright? It's in the cup of the, you can tell which one.
Basically, the only thing that is annoying is that we are listening to each other and this through the headphones.
Uh-huh.
And my headphones upstairs are like probably 4 times louder than these.
The main reason why it is the way that it is because if I were to unplug one of these here, let me do that real quick. If I were to unplug, say, the one from the computer, yeah, it's already much louder on this because of that.
Just a little.
But also, I'm only halfway up on, you see, if I did that there, then that's a world of difference.
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better that way.
Well, you can hear yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to do, man. I mean, Did I bump the camera? Thought I bumped the camera.
I don't think so.
If all else fails, we'll just go back to the old system. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
I was just saying that's just the only downside to it. Once everything's a little quiet coming through our headphones.
Yeah, maybe I could look at buying an amplifier thing for this, but I don't know. Because there's other things I'm sure I can do. I mean, where do you think from the computer, do you think it needs to come from the computer being louder or from...
I have no idea. It's just... Overall, all of the audio in these headphones is just a little low. It's like because the headphone volume themselves is maxed out.
Yeah.
I would say we're probably hearing things at about 30 decibels, maybe.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll experiment with this more and more as we go forward, and if I'm able to make this louder, we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, this is Parasyte. We're a little bit late on this one. This is the finale of Parasyte the Maxim, just Parasyte. And I guess we're going to see what happens. Shall we?
Yep.
新一右は本当相変わらずなんだからな。あっけらかんとしてさ。
今度はどう見える新一？
右っぽいよ。前はほらなんか全然違う感じだっただろ。
眠りにつこうと思う。
眠りってお前しょっちゅう眠ってるじゃないか。
それとは違う。今度は少し長い。ひょっとしたら死ぬまでだ。
さっぱりわからないぞ。
内部構造がまた少し変化したんだ。特にこの前の後藤の体内での眠りながら覚めていたような、いきなり膨大な情報を得た上、別々の施策を同時にできるようにもなった。しばらく情報をシャットアウトして。
どうしちゃったんだよ。まだ知らないことだっていっぱいあるだろ。
そうだな。じゃあこう言おう。今度は別の方角に歩くんだ。私のことは一つの夢だと思ってほしい。
何言ってんだ。お前と暮らして一緒に助け合った毎日は夢なんかじゃない。
多くの人の死は現実だ。
母さん、母さん。
おう、君の母親は君の脳ではこういう姿に見えるのか。
なんだって、どういうこと？
どれも私が自分の脳で見たのと違う。私を出してみろ。同じ構造を持つはずの人間同士でさえ魂を交換できたとしたら、それぞれ想像を絶する世界が見え聞こえるはずだ。さあ、そろそろ行く。スイッチを切るぞ。
待てよ。もし寄生生物が出たら俺一人でどう戦えばいいんだよ。
君なら大丈夫だ。あるいはな。でもまあ、お互いすぐ死ぬわけじゃない。だいたい自分の手と会話する人間がいること自体おかしいんだぜ、本来は。いつものように君は目を覚ましたらこの夢のこともあらかた忘れているだろう。いいかい？朝そこにあるのはただの君の右手だ。それが本来の姿なんだよ。
右。
Damn.
忘れるわけないだろ、バカ野郎。
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be difficult to forget that in any way, man. I mean, going through so much together, even though I'm not sure what Migi's reasoning is for it. I mean, maybe he's just like putting himself in the background until he's needed again, if he is needed again. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, well.
泉くん、久しぶり。アキホとこれから美術展行くんだ。
私は興味ないんだけどね。
みんな楽しそうだな。
大学生活楽しんでるって感じかな。
浪人生の苦労なんて、あのとんでもない出来事の数々に比べればまるで公園の日向ぼっこだ。寄生生物の木の字も出てこない。
I'm guessing he failed entrance exams due to everything else going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, he got distracted by literally everything that was happening, and also the fact that he was in a life and death struggle against Goto. I mean, I think anyone would bail out on education if their life was in danger. I mean, continue your education later. It's just like someone who's dying of cancer. Take yourself out of school, get better, and then when you're better, then resume your studies and, you know, get your general education. But yeah, just don't. I'm just glad that he's able to do that, you know, and he didn't fucking die.
ミギーの消え方は仲間たちの中でもやはり特殊だ。ミギー、お前はやっぱり分かんないやつだよ。ミギーはともかく、俺は寄生生物の立場に立つことはできなかった。そうとも、もともとそんなことはできっこない。他の生き物の気持ちを分かった気になるのは人間のうぬぼれだと思う。他の生き物を守るのは人間自身が寂しいからだ。環境を守るのは人間自身が滅びたくないから。人間の物差しを使って人間自身を蔑んでみたって意味がない。
どうしたの？
いや、ほら、ここんとこ平和だなと。
そう？最近犯罪が増えているらしいですけど。
それだ。人殺しも猛獣の食事と言ってしまえばそれまでだし、あいつらは狭い意味じゃ敵だったけど広い意味では仲間だったんだよな。
Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. He would be back.
考えてみると俺たち結構付き合い
I
長
was
いよ。
wondering for a minute, but you're right.
Because when they showed him leaving, when they showed him just like piecing out from that whole situation, I'm like, if this guy doesn't come back, I wonder if they were saving him as like a villain for if they ever did a season 2 of this. But it's looking like we're probably going to get that answer. But God.
俺
何よ今度は。
気のせいかな。やっぱりあいつだ。
どうしたの？
ちょっといい？ここで待ってて。すぐ戻るから。
I would leave her in a public place. I wouldn't, because this is. Oh no.
誰か探してるのかな？
No. Oh.
俺だよ。
God, I knew it.
なんだよ。
行こうか。ちょっとあんた何やって。
Oh. Damn.
Oh crap.
Homie's got himself a 2-for-1 special.
おめえは後だ。サトミ。意外と早かったじゃねえか。サトミ。おお、可愛らしいことを。怖くて言葉も出てこねえとさ。やめろ。何をしたんだ。まだ何も。この血はそっちの女のだ。その子を助けてくれるなら俺なんだってするから。警察は甘くねえ。もう時間の問題だ。俺が吊るされるのもな。だがその前にせっかくあんちゃんに会ったんだ。人間とは違う答えを聞きてえと思ってよ。でもこの俺は何だと思う？いや、多分お前には分かってるはずだ。俺こそが人間だとな。大騒ぎしすぎなんだよ。みんな血に飢えてるくせしやがって。自分の正体も分からねえやつが俺に文句を言う。
Delusions of like grandeur. He's thinking, I'm the only true human here. No one understands. No, people understand you. You're fucking psychotic and you don't have any empathy for others. You think
He's basically trying to say everybody wants to be killing people all the time, and
I don't agree with that principle because
that's true.
Because humans, for the most part, have only killed out of necessity. In terms of like human conquest. Now there are extreme examples where an immense amount of people have been killed for conquest, you know, like the Mongol conquest or the various Chinese rebellions and all that. But in terms of conquest and how we understand human conflict now, by comparison, I mean, more people die from heart failure than they do wars and conflicts anymore. Hell, more people die from self-termination than they do like at the hands of others in certain countries, which is crazy to me. And this guy here is just being delusional, trying to convince himself that he's on the right side of history with this. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're just a murdering psychopath. Oh, here, I'll move this cup out the way because Kate left it down here.
I wasn't sure if that was yours or what.
No. I mainly use this one on this side, and that Coke's empty. But yeah, I just don't understand this guy. Like, well, how can I understand this guy's logic? I mean, he's a freaking psychopath.
But the suspense is killing me here.
I know, sorry.
でも俺は一目でバケモンと人間を識別できちまう。今がどんだけ不自然な世の中かもわかる。
化け物なんざ必要ねえのさ。人間はもともと共食いするようにできてるんだよ。みんな嘘つきだがおめえは違うよな。俺みたく正直になれよ。
お前は一体。
最初に見た時から分かってろ。ただし頭じゃねえ、体のどこかだ。
でたらめ言うな。
化け物が潜り込んだ穴とか。
It's not actually what that mark was, but
No, it's
話してやってくれよ。
where Migi saved his
答え
life.
ろ。俺こそが正常な人間だな。せめて人間と化け物の中間の立場から一つ頼むわ。
お前なんか後藤に比べれば神細工だ。でも今の俺には大した力はない。その子は話せよ。ああ、そうだよ。あんたの言う通り俺は。
泉くん、警察呼んできて。こんな奴に付き合う必要ない。こんな奴のどこが正常な人間よ。あんたこそ化け物以上の化け物じゃない。もっとずっとひどいことが学校であったんだから。
里美。
yeah, but he can
私
kind
も
of
泉君も
end
それを
you
見て
in
きた。
half a second, right?
そうだよ。あの時の泉くんすごかった。
もういい、里美。
泉くん、ここはいいから早く。
分かった、もういいや。あんちゃん警察呼んできなよ。待ってる間このおもちゃを分解して遊ぶことにする。
新一くん、いつだって君のいる場所に行こうとしてたんだよ。どんどん知らない世界に行っちゃって。置いてきぼりは私の方だった。
Oh, this is gonna be a shitty ending.
今やっと追いついて。
やめろ。助ける。間に合うさ。そうとも俺は足が速い。奴の動きなんて止まって見える。
Except he just
左
threw
で
her
ナイフを
backwards
跳ね
off
上
the
げ、
roof.
そのまま顎を砕く。そして右。
Oh
お
no.
もちゃは簡単にぶっ壊れる。
God damn it.
なんでいつも。
いつまでもメソメソしてるんじゃない。疲れるから自分で持ちな。
Migi saved her.
里美。
Oh.
It'd be funny if he accidentally pulled her so hard he launched her into space.
大丈夫。
What? Oh fuck. I'm so sorry. That sucked. That would suck so bad.
里美は右を見たのかな。まあいいか。この人になら見られても。ずっと言うのを忘れてたけど、あの後少し考えてから木の根元へ埋め直したんだ。
知ってるよ。それは新一くんが、君が新一くんだから。
あっちにも3人倒れてるぞ。
3人だって。
一緒にされちゃった。
何かに寄り添い、やがて命が終わるまで。
Oh man, that's really the end.
Yeah.
Ah. Well,
Nice.
there's at least a happy ending.
Yeah. I was like, man, like after all of the sad crap in this, like having a sad ending too would just be really kind of a downer, you know?
Be like the sad whipped cream on top of the sad cake with the sad cherry on top.
Yeah.
Instead, no, we actually got something good that happened. I mean, the dude has a Ginsu sticking through his fucking forearm, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, he's laying there, like, yeah, we're all good now, and I'm like, you do have a hole through your arm, man. Like,
Yeah, it's
so,
just
you know.
like
And not the Parasyte arm either. That was your real
Like,
arm. You're
it's
gonna
like-
bleed a little bit if you don't get that taken care of.
he's like, dude, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? Because you got a big fucking hole in your arm. It's like, oh
He's
yeah.
like,
All of a sudden,
Kinda
this-
forgot about that.
and then
Ow.
all of a sudden the adrenaline wears off. He's like, yeah, I don't really feel. Ah! Oh, that'd be terrible. So yeah, this.
It's like, call a doctor.
But not for me, but for thee. Oh, no, that's God, that old.
No, but seriously, call a doctor for me because
yes,
I got
please.
this knife stuck in my arm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it got an artery.
I'm sure that guy needs his face repaired before they go hang him.
Yeah, he's, and also don't lose sight of him because he's kind of a psychopath.
Yep.
He's the one who killed those two and tried to kill us. Oh, but a happy ending. Yay! Thank goodness, man. I was worried that we were going to have another like shitty like thing happen to this kid. But thankfully it didn't happen. I mean, he's already lost his mother. He's already lost like Kana, who was a potential love interest and was genuinely interested in him. He's lost.
And she was a stalker, though.
Yeah, some people show their love differently than others, and being a
People
stalker.
who show up by being a stalker.
Being a stalker. Let this be a lesson, kids. Being a stalker is not the way you do it.
It's the way you get a restraining order filed on you.
No doubt.
Or, as you can see with the lesson in this show, sometimes you can get killed.
Yes. For
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
ding. Exactly. First place. You get to die first. So
But overall, it's a pretty good series. Like, I don't know. Like, I was hoping for a more horror-oriented series from what I originally heard about it.
yeah.
And I just don't think anime really dwells that hard into absolute horror very often.
They don't, and I think that's a problem to a certain extent because I think given how talented some of the animators are, like they could do a good horror series if they really fucking tried. And I mean,
The first season of Promised Neverland was a really good one, and then obviously that got completely fumbled.
I will say this.
And I also didn't expect the second season to be as horror as the first because of how the first resolution went, but the first one was great in terms of horror. But
I still think they could have done great horror elements with the second season.
I mean, there's the
being out
Junji
in the
Ito
wilds.
collection, which obviously is, actually pure horror stuff.
And
but
then there's
unfortunately,
Uzumaki.
they left out a lot of details in terms of how Junji renders his work. So
And then, of course, there's Uzumaki, which has
is
been
coming out.
delayed.
yeah,
For
sometime
like the 15th
hopefully
time.
before we die.
Yeah, it's been delayed for the 15th time.
So I'm really excited
And-
about that.
Oh, I am as well. I'm excited.
There's a
to see what they do with
Netflix
that.
Junji Ito series coming out soon as well, in January. That's basically going to be like another Junji Ito collection, but people have already said from the screenshots and stuff they've shown that it looks like they're doing the same mistake and not putting in all the detail they should be.
Boo. That's the problem. I mean, artistic representation, if you really want to do it justice, you have to follow the blueprint. You have to. And
Apparently there's
sadly, it's not the case.
There's an anime for Corpse Party, but I just don't see the anime being quite as good as the game. But potentially it could be, I don't know.
I will say that there's one that there's a season of anime that has some really good horror in it, but yet it's vastly underrated because it's seen as like the dark horse of the dark horse season of the whole series. Season 2 of Attack on Titan. There were some pretty good horror elements in that, especially when they were in the castle and they were trying to get away from the smaller Titan that had broken in the basement, and you could see like just from the darkness, these things could just come out of nowhere. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, people considered the first season of Attack on Titan to be horror as well, but
Some of it. I could see some of it.
it's not quite the kind of horror I'm looking for, though.
No.
It's more action horror.
Which I think a true horror flick or true horror series where the protagonist for the most part is powerless. I would say the one that got me was my favorite horror one is most definitely Monster. And if you want to give that a watch sometime, like the true psychological nature and like the true horror elements of you not being able to do anything about this guy because he is so far ahead of everyone else. I would be down for that because that is such a great series. Anyway, yeah, this was a good series overall. I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10. I would give it a good rating overall. And yeah, if they ever do a sequel series to this, I'd be interested. I'd be interested in watching it because if they do a sequel series and Migi basically has to force himself to wake up because of the threats that are arriving that could potentially harm Shinichi, I mean that's something that I think definitely would be a very interesting sequel series to this. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, so this was Parasyte, episode 24, the finale of Parasyte, just called Parasyte. And if you want to see more...
Say overall, I'd give this an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and it's pretty good series overall. So
maybe an 8.5.
No, that's where I arrived at. So, yeah, this was a good series, and I recommend it to anyone out there who is into body horror or a little bit of horror action. It's really good.
And again, I will request to the comment section because I never seem to get many suggestions. But if y'all know any actual horror series that are anime,
oh yeah,
let me know.
Well, I would recommend to you Monster, but
yeah, if anybody knows anything,
that's a long series. That's a long series.
If anyone knows anything else besides that, I need suggestions.
Yeah, because Monster is a very long series. It's like 70 plus episodes. So anything that's short.
Anyways, one series is not going to sate my thirst, so I want more than one recommendation. So. Tell me if you know something.
Okay. Well, all right, everyone. That's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
See you later, everybody. Peace.